Hello everyone.
So today we got up this morning, we got ready, and where we off to? We off to a puja. What prayer is that, sir?
The Sundar Kand.
The Sundar Kand.
Yeah.
Okay.
The recital of it, yeah.
Okay. And we are not members of this Pathshala or the Sabha, but we've got family who are prominent members in that, and we often attend their functions that they have, and we love to support them. So we're on our way there. So we thought we'll show you some of the scenery as we go along. So we're en route to Morton in Chatsworth, where the temple is based, and that's called the Morton Hindi Pathshala. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And as I said, we love to support them, and they are one of these organizations. They're always embarking on fundraising activities. Their temple is still very much under construction, and sadly, and I hate to say this, support from the community. It's not like in the older days when the community used to team together and come together and support our religious organizations in building a home for our prayers, for our deities, and very much for the community environment as well. Because this hall where we're going to, the temple hall, they have some small functions in there, but unfortunately they're very restricted because they don't have the funds to expand their parking lot and allow for safe parking. So that also deters people from supporting their functions. But I think it comes back to the community again. What are you doing to support them so that they can make the facilities to support you? What's your feeling, Sarah?
That's so true. Also, well, I guess in the COVID also put a damper on things in 2020, 2021. But at least now, we can go for gatherings and religious things and stuff. So I'm sure it should pick up now,
Yeah. And sadly as well, what we're experiencing is that people, when they invest a lot of money into these religious buildings, the institutions, we're in a crime-ridden country as well, where people are breaking in and stealing the murtis and stealing from the shrines. The temple outlays provide all material.
Yes. I think even meals will be provided.
Yeah, they're providing lunch as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we know a lot of the funds come out from the temple as well, because how often are we getting sponsors nowadays? But I know I'm not going to get parking. I'm not sure if I should try my luck in
No,
there.
love. The brake car just
came out from
I
there.
think it dropped off.
So this is the temple. This is the dome and so forth. So it's very much still in construction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to park across the road there.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best thing we can do for now.
Look at the dog.
Right?
The dog lucky moved.
Yeah.
He's on the side here.
Or can I park?
Yeah.
No, there's a manhole there.
And this is it. Over here.
I'm going to park here, I think. I'm going to park here.
Yeah, I think this is actually perfect.
Yeah. So the beauty of having a camera in your car is that reverse. It's so easy, and we get so spoiled with that. But I tend not to rely on that too much. In any case, let's go into the player. We thought we'll give you some insight into our morning. So we're here finally at the temple. There, putting your mask on, carrying your envelope and I want to show you the temple. That's the temple here. Still very much under construction, lots of work happening. But we're going to make our way there now. Okay.
Then we pray to Ganesh to remove the obstacle. So we believe very strongly. Om Bhurvasvah Ambikaye Namah. After that, by your Ganesh Murti or where you are doing your Ganesh Puja, then sprinkle some flower petals and offer a seed to Ganesh Bhagwan. Om Sumukhaya Namastubhyam Ganavidipate Namah Kriyanasanavishatvam Vigna Punjan Nivarya Iti Asanam Samarpayami Ganesham Vikabhyam Namaha. Suno Sagari Vikao Samahu Dhanavu Sukti Samhave Dhavo Hare
with prayer now, and we en route home, and we thought we'd just just give you all some feedback on how things went. Harnam, you want to say a few words?
Yeah. I'm not going to say that it was a party, it was a prayer,
Yes.
but it was very invigorating, very soul stirring, and it was vibrant.
Definitely.
I love the energy in that prayer hall.
Myself, it was really something very spiritual. I watched the timing. The prayer started at 10:30. So
Started at 10.
at 10. Yeah. So from 10 to 11 was the actual rituals and stuff. Did you notice they were doing the rituals and the offerings, and then it was from 11 until about 20 to 1 was the actual recitals of the Sundar Kand. And one thing I must admire the priest. Once they started the recital, it was non-stop. It was, you don't take a break or anything. They're just one way. He's just been going with the recitals, and that really takes if you try talking one way, your throat and everything gets dry. So I must take my hat off to them. They're so learned. They have that experience, and also for them to be doing this type of things, to be spreading the culture and the religion, I take my hats off to them. There were 4 priests there, and they're so learned, and they imparted so much knowledge into all of us. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we managed to get a few snippets on video,
Yeah.
and obviously we didn't want to make a spectacle of
No.
sitting and videoing the entire
Prayer,
the entire prayer, but we did get some snippets which we will include in this video. So yeah, and for those of you watching out of South Africa, you'll notice that when it comes to Hinduism, the prayer, the rituals, and from what I have observed watching from other countries, it's very much the same across the board.
Yes, it is.
The mantras
It is.
and the hymns, and today we had the Ramayana recital,
Yes.
and that was very enjoyable, and the priest gave us some insight. And what stood out for me was when he said, when you make an offering to the Lord, now I'm not religious, but this really stood out to me, because if you remember, he said you can equate it to the fact if you give your wife flowers,
Right.
and you're offering her flowers, or you're presenting flowers to her
Yes.
for her birthday, then you have to have love.
It's a token of love. Yes.
Yeah, you offer it with love.
Yes. You're showing your appreciation.
Yeah.
Your love.
So you're not just offering or presenting that flower to your wife, and your mind is elsewhere and distracted. And as the priest jokingly said, you're giving your wife flowers, but you're thinking of your girlfriend.
Yes, that's not how it was.
So that made us laugh a bit.
Yes.
So there was some slight humor in that, but it was very informative. So in a nutshell, from what you just said there, whatever you do, you have to put your heart into it, and offer with love. So when you doing those rituals, it's not just a ritual. He said if you really do it from the bottom of your heart, and that you really mean what you're doing, then it doesn't become a ritual anymore.
Yes.
So that made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, because there's not a misconception. As soon as a person hears the word rituals, they think of something else, so this is the priest, this is how he put it. It's basically offering your love. Okay. As we were saying, I also noticed today, I took notice, I just glanced around the hall and I looked at the people there, and I noticed it was, there's very few youngsters that's there, participating in this prayer. And it made me wonder, the younger generation, obviously they have other interests and things like that. What do you have to say, huh?
I'm not sure if it's across the board or whether it's just with this particular organization.
Right.
I know a lot of religious organizations, they have a youth
Group on its
group,
own.
yeah, where the youth play a prominent role. So for me, I would think that maybe this organization needs some sort of upliftment program to get the youth more involved.
Yeah.
And there was just a sprinkling of youngsters there.
Yes, you could count them.
One or two of them, and
Yeah.
I mean, our niece, our nephew was there as
Yes,
well.
which I'm so proud, and I actually told them
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you guys.
So that was quite good to see them,
Yes.
but not much.
Other youngsters.
As I said earlier on in the video, the people that more were present was the senior,
Yes.
very old people, a lot of older
Elderly
people,
yes.
the elders. So from that perspective, I would think this organization needs to get more youth involved.
Yes.
And it has to come from within. The initiative has to come. They need to do upliftment programs and so forth. Otherwise, quite often if you're waiting for people to come to you, it may not happen. They need to encourage, a lot of older people there. What are the youngsters in those families doing? Why are those youngsters not coming?
Exactly.
How active are the elders in making the youth more involved? So yeah, it's a two-way street. The youth need to be more involved, but there have to be some sort of initiative from within the organization to encourage that as well. That's my few cents worth on
Yes, that also makes me feel like, what's the future like, in uplifting the culture and things like that. If the kids are not interested, then,
maybe you can tell us in your countries, especially those guys out of South Africa and also within South Africa, other organizations. We have a lot of Hindu religious organizations, and maybe other religions as well, not necessarily Hinduism. How active are the youth in your organizations, community drives and initiatives and so forth?
Obviously, if those youths are working and stuff, possible, they could make it today because they're working, and we can excuse them. But those that are just not interested, I guess, there's nothing you can do. You bring a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink.
Yes. Yeah, so there was nothing more I can really add to that.
Yes. So that's it.
But as we said, we're not going to prolong the video because there's more to the video from earlier on when we were going to the hall. And there's some snippets that we want to include in the video from the actual puja. And obviously this concluding bit to the video. So we don't want to drag the video on. So we hope you do enjoy the production. And please feel free to comment on our videos and give your thoughts. And we'd love to hear, especially when we present to you things that we are quite sure that you guys do in your own countries that align itself to what we do here. And if there's any similarities or differences, we'd love to hear that. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, and bye till next time.